Gender in art is a cultural and social classification of femininity over masculinity. It is the outcome of the cultural process defining sexual and social identity. Women have sought to obtain the rights that men have had throughout history, and from the 19th century to the 21st century, its culmination comes in feminism. What do you think is the most significant challenge in the matter of gender equality?
One of the most important points here is what are the points that can we reunite between all types of different genders and human gender inclusion. Those are the main points that we should underscore in this type of new tendencies that we have in actual days.
Thank you. Going over what you said about human dignity, are you in favor or against the feminist movement as a part of the matter of gender?
I am completely in favor about a type of feminist according to the culture. I think that we should look for the culture and try to rescue what are the main elements of the culture in order to be just according to what habits in the same culture have been fluent to time in history.
After you mentioned about how feminism depends on the culture of each place, what do you think about gender here in Mexico and most of all here at the Tecnológico de Monterrey?
The feminist perspective here at Tecnológico de Monterrey is starting. I think that we have to do more about these actions, and first of all, we have to embrace this as part of our culture. So we have to think in a different way in order to change our world, but most of all, change ourselves at the same time that we want to change the world, because I think they go together.
One feminist artist is Susan Lacey. She combined performance art with activism in 3 weeks in May. The event included a performance piece on the steps of Los Angeles City Hall and self-defense classes for women in an attempt to highlight the curb sexual violence against women. Lacey updated a map with reports from the Los Angeles Police Department, printing the word rape on spots on a map of the greater Los Angeles area.
The dinner party is one of the most well-known pieces of feminist art in existence, and it is exhibited permanently on the Brooklyn Art Museum. The installation consists of a large banquet table with place setting for 39 notable women from history and mythology. The setting have gold ceramic chalices and porcelain plates painted with butterfly and vulva-inspired designs. The dinner party participates in the feminist revision of history, initiated during the 1970s, in which feminists worked rewriting the past that has previously only included male voices.
The piece I chose for gender in art is Frida Kahlo's self-portrait with cropped hair. It shows her growing effort to legitimize broader gender boundaries while being a statement in the piece. It also shows how her delicate physique contrasts with the masculinity of her clothes. This image is the declaration of Kahlo's self-reliance and independence.
For women, I do not wish them to have power over men, but over themselves. Mary Wollstonecraft, A Vindication of the Rights of Women.
Gender is a collection of characteristics that define us as male or female. By understanding in a better form the way that gender is related to art and society, we can make a better approach when interacting with the opposite sex, and by that, we can make a more harmonious community as well as better relationships with each other.
In our current times, gender is a really important and strong topic. Gender is seen in our classes and in each one of our majors. I think now society is more open towards seeing women and men in every aspect of life, even in every part of majors that we can take. And Well, in our university, I think everyone respects each other and sees as their responsibility to make sure that there's no prejudices or any irrespectful actions towards any of our students.
We can start a change when we realize that women can diversify and amplify their time and talent. We are capable of practice any role we want. This team affects every single aspect of our common lives, even here at Tech. I can clearly recognize this because I study civil engineer and this career is mostly conferred by men. I think that people and even ourselves as women do not realize or think that we're capable of doing some sort of activities, but the truth is we can do anything we want. Do not settle for less. Be strong, independent, and compromise with our community.